Whoa!
All right, everyone. This is Hoodie D from the GCA here. I have some fellow co-hosts, and we are going to do a movie review about the Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare. So I'm going to let my co-hosts introduce themselves here.
Hey guys, Lady Medea here. Great to be here.
Hi, Alec Baldwin's finger here, and don't worry, I keep forgetting how to say the name of the movie too. So
Yeah, I had to look at
It's pretty, yeah.
It's a mouthful, huh?
Mm-hmm.
But we have Mr.
I was going to introduce myself, and you just talked right over me. Thanks, Hoodie. Appreciate
We'll
it.
edit this
Hey,
out.
YoPops 215 Asian Persuasion. 100% yellow right here. Let's go.
Okay.
So, what did everyone think about this movie?
Lady Medea, you go first.
So I really liked it. It was I thought it was very fun, entertaining. I must commend them on their casting choices. Of course, Henry Cavill was awesome as Gus, and the rest of the crew. I thought they were very well chosen, casted. They all meshed together great. The group was awesome together. So yeah, and it shows through the movie. It was the cast was absolutely amazing. I loved Til Schweiger, who is a German actor, and he played the Heinrich Lohr guy. The German SS soldier, and I know Till from some movies back in the day, some German movies. He was also in quite a few American productions, like The Inglourious Bastards, which was another good movie, and he was also great there. So it was good to see him. I haven't seen him in quite a few years, even though he did movies, but I just didn't watch any. But it was great to see him again on a big screen. So
Yeah, absolutely. I agree. The casting was fantastic. They played well off each other, the group.
Mhm.
They played well off each other. Before we get into spoilers and stuff, I just want to talk about a little bit. It was great to see Henry Cavill finally get a role that he can shine in, and you could tell he actually had fun with.
Yeah.
And we haven't seen that in years. So I was really pleased to see that. He definitely stole the show for me. He was the star of the movie. He had me laughing. It was just a really good time all around. The movie was written really well, in my opinion. It's not too complicated of a movie. The plot is pretty simple. It's just a very basic. They need to complete an objective, and we'll get into what that is when we talk about spoilers. But this movie felt like I don't want to say a comic book movie, but it just was very entertaining with the way it kept going, and the action was very well done. There's some really good gun sequences, and I know those MP40s, and it was just really cool seeing the guns and the silencers and killing Nazis. How can you not like that?
And it's funny that Lady Medea brought up Inglourious Bastards, actually, because I had a thought the next day, which other people had come up with also. I don't know if it's because I saw it somewhere, but people said that it was the Guy Ritchie version of Inglourious Bastards. So I thought that was a pretty cool idea.
Yeah.
But the action was it was awesome. The gunplay felt real. The archery scenes with the Anders character was awesome. Just all those stealthy kills. So
The dog agrees.
I'm a big Guy Ritchie fan, and I think that movie was very good. I don't know if it was towards the top end of his movies. It was somewhere in the middle for me, but it's cool that we get this kind of movie.
Yeah, I didn't expect that kind of movie to come out. So far this year for me, it's been Dune 2, and this are my favorite movies of this year so far.
Mhm.
And I didn't expect to. First of all, I didn't really know about this movie. I didn't really see any trailers for it. I didn't see any like promotion for it.
I just saw it on YouTube, like a trailer on YouTube.
Okay.
Mhm.
I didn't see anything, and I have I go to see movies every week at the AMC thing, and I seen Henry Cavill, and it said World War II. I'm like, okay, this sounds interesting. And Guy Ritchie, he always has good. The Gentleman was great. Snatch is great.
Snatch, yeah.
So I was like, okay, give it a shot, and I loved it.
Henry was just in the Argyle movie, right? Was it this year?
Yes.
Okay. All
He
right.
was barely in it though.
Unfortunately.
Yeah.
He was barely in it. So this was great to see him, front and center. He had a lot of screen time, and like I said, you could tell he had fun with the role.
Yeah. ABF, just out of curiosity, all those, of course, the movie takes place during the World War II. Did you, like, looking at all those, the artillery and the guns and everything, like, did they, and I know nothing about it, did they do a good job kind of like portraying was there, the guns, were they true to the period? Did you
cream your pants, ABF?
I'm not an expert on the British side of the World War II guns,
Okay.
but for the German stuff, I do know a lot about, and that I didn't see any inaccuracies anywhere.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
yeah,
That's what I meant.
but you can in fact put a suppressor on a World War II gun.
Okay.
And I think that they were doing that back then. So
yeah, all right.
I believe the technology wasn't as good as it is now, but yeah, they were using silence weapons back then.
Mm-hmm.
The Sten gun was one of them too. So.
Mm-hmm.
Just from my experience playing Call of Duty, I recognize some of the weapons in there, and seeing the silencers on them and the way they were used, just the way they killed, certain people, it was awesome, man. It was awesome. So we're gonna get into spoilers here. So if no one has seen the movie yet, of course you can click off here now. But the movie is about the British forces. They were in North Africa, correct? Where they were North Africa.
There was the North Africa theater, yes.
And they were essentially trying to stop these boats from, getting supplies to supply the Germans and the Nazis.
Mm-hmm.
And but the problem was crossing the ocean. There was these what do you call them? Those
U-boats.
The U-boats.
Yeah,
they were taking out. Yeah, they were taking out boats on the surface. Doesn't matter what kind of boat you are. It could be a fishing boat. It could be shipping, freighting. But they're taking boats out. So that's why American forces had such a hard time getting over to Europe. And this group here, it was an unofficial mission, off the records completely. No one knew about it until 2016 when Winston Churchill's files came out and everything got declassified. Mm-hmm. So that was very interesting in my opinion because
this was based off actual events? This was based off actual events. Oh, wow.
Based on a true story.
Check this out.
I don't know how accurate it is to the true story, but I don't really care. It was a really fun movie. So
yeah.
I mean, it looked like the small group of people turn around all the events and actually probably the outcome of the war because British, they were losing. They were, the Germans were definitely taking over, but yeah, that definitely changed a lot.
Absolutely. And with that, happening, none of these boats could get across. The German, obviously taking over Europe, like Medea said, there was not a whole lot that could be done at that point. So the British government appointed a small group of men who are, kind of outcasts, misfits, have had rough time in the military, that kind of thing.
Ungentlemanly.
And, very ungentlemanly people. And they kind of rally this group together completely off the books and say, hey, we're sending you guys on a top secret mission. You have to go in and you're going to sink this big ass boat that's carrying a bunch of supplies for the Germans. And that's their mission. They have to go sink a boat. So they are told if you're captured by the British, you're going to go to jail. If you're captured by the Germans, you're going to get tortured, until you're dead. So this was a very risky mission. They're going to get, pretty much their life is over if they get caught by anybody. So they were aware of this, but they were willing to do what was right because they all hate Nazis and They didn't want any oppression. So that's pretty much the plot of the movie. They go through the ocean until they reach Africa, and then it turns out that the boat actually can't be synced because they reinforced it. So they ended up stealing the boat, which was I just didn't see that coming at all. He's like, "We're gonna steal the boat." I'm like, "Okay, let's go." So
Such a Guy Ritchie movie, fucking stealing something.
Well, that's
funny.
the thing. Guy Ritchie movies is all about like the planning and like execution, you know. And this story worked out perfectly for his style. So
Oh, that's cool.
yeah,
absolutely. So I had a really good time with it. There was some good dialogue in there with the German general that Medea was mentioning earlier, the SS officer. And I just gotta say, what I loved was Henry Cavill taking the coat. Like he's always
and the hat too.
I got a quick question. The German officer, was he the guy that was also in Inglourious Bastards?
Yes.
And who was he in Inglourious Bastards? Who did he play?
He was actually a part of the main group. He was killing the Nazis. So
Stiglitz? No, was it Stiglitz? Hugo Stiglitz?
I forgot.
He was like always looking mean, and he put the Walther on the guy's balls, and he shot him at the pub, or is it?
Actually, I think that was the guy.
I think that was. I think you're right. I think that was him. I watched it so long ago, but
okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that guy's Okay, that's perfect. Wow, that's perfect casting too. That's
and he's awesome for those kind of roles. I mean, he looks like typical German officer. So,
okay.
That was him, Hugo.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but So overall, I feel like there's plenty of action, shooting, hacking, exploding. Like everything to satisfy the viewer and keep you on the edge of your seat. Basically there's action constantly, like no boring parts or anything. And of course, I'm extremely impressed by the Anders Lassen, I think was his name, the naval officer. Basically, he was played by Alan Richardson. Yeah. He had superior skills in killing people with whatever was available at the moment, right? Whether bone and arrow, just an arrow, an axe, piece of glass, piece of metal, it was there. He was just awesome in those, killing scenes. It was funny to see him. Yeah.
Those bow and arrow scenes were badass.
Yeah.
Yeah,
every
taking
time
the guards out of the tower.
Yeah, man. And the way that the sound it hit the guys, I don't know. I was in Dolby Atmos theater, and every bullet, every sound was just incredible.
Yeah.
So it was really well done as far as sound mix and the action sequences. It was just something we haven't seen, in my opinion, in a couple years.
Mm-hmm.
So I really enjoyed the movie. I'm going to give it a 9 out of 10, in my opinion, because I had such a fun time with it.
Yeah. I agree. It was very well done. One of the best Guy Ritchie movies, and probably like 8.5 out of 10 from me. It was fun, light to watch, with plenty of humor, and of course, the most importantly, without any hidden agenda, being pushed at the viewers. Women were women, men are men. No surprises there. Everybody is doing their part. So very good movie.
Exactly. Yeah, I give it a 8 out of 10. Mainly because I think that there's better Guy Ritchie movies out there, but this was still really good.
Yeah.
But yeah, no, I totally agree with letting the men be men and the women be women.
Yeah.
The character Marjorie was super hot.
Yes.
We didn't really mention her. She was the infiltrator spy of the group. It was kind of an interesting angle. So
yeah, very feminine too.
Mm-hmm.
My rating is
she got the job done. So
my rating is going to be. I'm gonna go watch it on my day off on Monday. From what you guys are saying, this movie sounds pretty badass.
Yeah, good choice.
It's good. You'll enjoy it. You'll have a good time with it.
Yeah.